Hi there! Welcome back to the channel. Ako nga pala si John. Ngayong araw na to, pag-uusapan natin ang pangarap at realidad ng pagiging isang nurse dito sa Canada. More on the gastos, kung magkano yung kailangan mong i-prepare bago ka maging RN dito. Kaya kung ikaw ay may plano na or curious lang, stay tuned kasi i-detalya natin ang breakdown ng mga fees and yung mga gastos na kailangan mong ihanda sa video na to. At syempre, share ko na din yung mga tips para hindi ka ma-overwhelmed at makatipid ka sa gastos. Alam niyo kasi dito sa Canada, kahit na tapos na tayo ng bachelor's degree ng nursing sa Philippines, hindi siya agad transferable sa Canada. So, kailangan pa nating dumaan ng mga assessments, exams, and sometimes may nire-require silang bridging program. And bawat hakbang kasi may bayad. Kaya tara, kahit na malaki yung gastos, simulan na natin. First step is yung National Nursing Assessment Service or yung NNAS application. So magsasubmit ka ng buong credentials mo, education background, and your professional history. So ganun yung gagawin mo. Lahat ng TOR, reference mo from work, yun yung kailangan mong i-prepare. And yung bayad na kailangan mong i-prepare for this is 650 Canadian dollars. That's the minimum. May dagdag kasi na bayad if you want to add a nursing service or if you want to add a regulatory body sa application package na yun. So, 650 Canadian dollars is the minimum that you have to prepare for this. The tip for this is, dapat bago ka mag-submit ng NNAS application ay siguraduhin mo na ready na lahat ng documents na kakailanganin mo para hindi ka ma-delay. Kasi kung mag-a-apply ka, tapos dun ka pa magsisimulang mag-collect ng documents, magkakakos yan ng delay sa application mo. Number 2, document requests and courier fees. Kailangan mo kasing magpadala ng mga documents para sa NNAS at sa nursing regulatory body. It would take around 500 pesos to 2,000 pesos for the documentary request. Depende sa school mo yan. Courier fees is about 1,000 pesos to 5,000 pesos. So it depends on kung gaano mo gusto kabilis na mapadala yung mga documents na yan. Kasi kailangan mong mag-submit ng TOR mo, diploma, yung license, verification of license from PRC. So you have to prepare all this. Yung tip lang for this is, kung alam mong yung school nyo ay may activities na like intramurals or foundation days or yung alam mong makakadelay ng documentary request mo, ay gawin mo na agad para maiwasan mo ang pagka-delay ng pag-send ng documents mo na to. Mas mabilis at secured kung ang pipiliin mo ay yung mga kilalang courier services. Depende yan sa'yo kung ano yung pipiliin mong courier service para mapadala yung documents. Number 3 is language proficiency exam. Hindi kasi ibig sabihin na dahil English yung mode of communication or ang medium ng school mo sa Philippines ay automatic na exempt ka na agad sa language proficiency exam ng regulatory body. So most of us kailangan talagang mag-take ng IELTS or ng CELBAN. And you have to prepare around 300 Canadian dollars for this depending on where you're taking it. And kailangan din ng practice. Practice makes perfect. So practice na ng practice bago ka mag-take ng language exam kasi medyo mahal din siya eh. So, might as well sulitin mo na yan. Number 4 is yung provincial regulatory body. Once you receive your advisory report from the NNAS, you have to submit that or port that to the regulatory body na pinili mo. Kung sa Ontario ka gustong mag-practice, dun mo yan ipapadala sa College of Nurses ng Ontario. So, yun yung kakailanganin mo, mga around 300 to 500, depending yan sa regulatory body na pipiliin mo. And yung regulatory body din na yan, magdedepende yan kung saan. Kasi may ibang body na mahigpit, yung iba naman medyo lenient sila sa requirements. So, magdedepende din yan sa pipiliin mo. Iba-iba din kasi yung rules ng mga provinces. Kaya make sure na yung pipiliin mo yung province is yung gusto mo talagang dun ka magtatrabaho. Pwede kang pumunta sa mga websites nila at basahin kung ano yung updated na mga requirements nila. Number 5 is NCLEX registration. Number 5. If you are seeking for Canadian licensure, you have to prepare $360 Canadian dollars for the registration fee, excluding taxes, and $150 Canadian dollars for the additional international scheduling fee. So those figures exclude taxes. So you have to add taxes pa for that. So yun kailangan mo prepare. $360 for the registration and $150 for the international scheduling fee. Number 6 is background check. Kailangan din ng ibang regulatory bodies na merong background check na gagawin for you. If you're still in the Philippines, yung tip for that is kumuha ka na ng NBI kasi malaking tulong din yon. When you're already in Canada, you have to prepare around 70 to 100 Canadian dollars for the background check fees. So yun yung kailangan mong i-prepare. Number 7. Bridging program if required ng regulatory body. Depende kasi yan sa ginawa nilang assessment sa'yo and sa credentials mo kung kakailanganin ka ba nilang mag-bridging program. And if kailangan mo mag-bridging program, depende din yan sa requirement nila. Minsan kasi may isang subject lang silang kailangan mong i-fulfill, pero yung iba, whole bridging program course talaga yung kailangan mong gawin. So it would play around 1,000 to 20,000 Canadian dollars. Magdedepende yan kung ano yung result ng assessment na gagawin nila sa'yo. Medyo mahal siya. Kung may kakilala na kayo na nag-undergo ng assessment before with the same regulatory body, so you will have an idea kung ano yung result ng credentials assessment sa mga documents na galing sa school nyo. Number 8, miscellaneous. Siyempre, may mga gastos na mga review centers, mga photocopies and all that. Siguro mga 500 Canadian dollars i-prepare nyo lang. So, yung total estimate ng gagastusin mo, kung wala pang bridging program, yung process lang,
kailangan mo maghanda ng 2,000 to 3,000 Canadian dollars.
Kung i-require ka ng province na mag-bridging program, it would play around 15 to 20,000 Canadian dollars. Alam ko medyo malaki siyang pakinggan, pero siguro kailangan din nating tandaan na this is an investment for your future and for your career. Kasi after you finish all these, after you pass all the exams, and after you get your RN license, you get to practice your profession in Canada. Ayun, sana nakatulong ang video na ito ng breakdown ng fees sa inyo today. Alam ko medyo mahal, medyo mahirap, pero in the end, kung pangarap mo talagang maging registered nurse dito sa Canada, I know it will all be worth it. Kung may questions pa kayo, comment nyo lang sa baba kasi for the next video, we might just answer all your questions. And don't forget to subscribe para maging updated kayo sa next videos natin dito. And alam ko, kailangan natin magtulungan kaya we're doing this vlog series para sa mga kapwa nating nurses na nangangarap ding mag-abroad. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And as always, keep learning, keep exploring. See you on the next one.